Hello, I'm Deborah Dunford, and I will be discussing teams. What are the characteristics of a good team, struggles faced by teams, types of teams, and the role that I typically play in a team is what I'm going to be covering today. Our textbook defines a team as a small group of people with complementary skills committed to a common purpose and specific performance goals. I currently work at a school, so I will use my personal experience within a team as a specific example. Our team is a group of teachers, instructional aides, administration, and our principal, who is a leader of our faculty meeting teams. Our principal leads our faculty team meetings by sending out an email or memo with the items on the agenda to be covered during the meeting. This way, employees are put at ease because they know what to expect, and it helps them prepare for the meeting so they can each contribute. So warning of a meeting also allows time for employees to have time to research a solution to a current problem and find information they may want to bring to the meeting. Having a formal agenda ahead of time also keeps the team objective and the solution focused. This way, everybody does not get too off track about random problems. To effectively lead the team, it is necessary to be flexible with your level of support to each team member. Some people may require checking in with them daily, like if it were a new employee. Some people may require checking in with them less frequently, people who have a lot of skill and experience. They may just need to be checked on once a week or once a month to report the status of a project, their concerns or findings. So also leaders can empower their employees to find solutions to problems and delegate that brainstorming part of the assignment. So long distance leadership requires you to question each team and what they think they may need to continue in a positive direction. I recently read an article from the undercoverrecruiter.com that stated that the 6 characteristics of highly effective teams, according to scientific research, are each team member has emotional intelligence. They can stay calm and collected because everybody needs to deal with a rational team member. There is a good mix of extroverts and introverts. They share and understand their common goals. They make time for humor. They communicate proactively, and there is a strong leadership at the helm. So I agree with that because you have to have calm and rational people working together. There's no room for hotheads when you're on a team. Everybody needs to be focused on what the goal is. Also, when there's a balance of introverts and extroverts, more will get accomplished. And humor is always a great stress reliever, and it shows employees and employers that they're all in the same boat together, if the humor is appropriate. And it's important to have everyone contribute their fair share. So everyone feels like part of the team, and everybody feels like they have a say in what the outcome is. The best teams are members that are diverse, organized, supportive of one another, and they communicate well. These types of teams stay focused on the goals and have the best results. Okay, so there are three kinds of teams that they talked about in our book. They are the cross-functional teams, virtual teams, and project teams. So I'm going to first talk about the cross-functional teams. They have employees from different departments of an organization. For example, in a school, you may have a teacher from the English department, a coach, teachers from the math department, and an administration person on a team. Each person is from different departments, and they are each contributing their skill, expertise, and their observations to the group to complete the goal. For example, they could be meeting on finding ways to stop bullying in the school. Each person has a different function in the school, but each employee is committed to the company goal, which is the safety of all students in this particular example of teams. The next type of team is a virtual team of employees. They use electronic technology to communicate with each other. There are global virtual teams that communicate from places all over the world. They use visual conference calls, similar to Skype calls. This allows for face-to-face collaboration without having to travel thousands of miles to get to see each other and talk to each other. And it can save the company thousands of dollars in travel expenses and a lot of time. And another is, and lastly, a project team. So a project team is a team that's been assembled for working on a specific project only. For example, a group of production managers could be meeting to brainstorm for a solution regarding a production problem or how to complete a task more efficiently in their department. That's what a project team does. So the final question about teams that I'm going to talk about is what role I typically play in a team. I am solution oriented, and I can be either an extrovert or an introvert, depending on what the occasion calls for. If I'm meeting with supervisors and that have a lot more experience than me, I will probably be quiet and do more listening and taking notes before I speak, seemingly introverted. However, if I'm in a meeting with less experienced employees than myself, I will probably take the lead and do a lot more talking to share my knowledge and show them support. I will encourage all new ideas and opinions, and by doing so, I will have a productive team. So that is everything that I have to tell you today about teams. Thank you so much for listening.